In this video, we're going to look at section 7-7, special products. These are just an extension of the last section of multiplying polynomials, but these are special products where we multiply binomials. So let's look at a couple. This is the square of the sum and a square of a difference. Now, it's the same thing except one's got a plus sign, one's got a minus sign. So when you take a binomial a plus b and square it, remember, squaring actually means multiplying by itself. Okay, so a plus b quantity squared doesn't become a squared plus b squared. It becomes a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So we end up, what you do for a quick little shortcut is you multiply the first. So if you do, you're going to FOIL, multiply the first, multiply the inside, the both terms a and b, double it, and then just multiply the b's terms, or square it, okay? And then the same goes for a minus b quantity squared. It's just a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. Okay, so keep that in mind, and if you memorize these little tricks, it becomes really quick and simple. If you have trouble memorizing them, just use the FOIL method and you'll get the same exact answer. But in this video, we will talk about the short method. All right, so find 4y plus 5 quantity squared. So I'm going to use the method. So first, we're going to square the first one. 4y squared, quantity squared, so 4y times 4y, so we get 16y squared. And then we are going to multiply the 2 and double it. So we get 4y times 5, which is 20, double it, so we get 40y, so plus 40y. And then the last one, square the last one, we get plus 25. And that's all there is to it. Okay, that is the quick, easy method. So if I were to just FOIL, so I'm just going to get box in my answer here, that I'm sure that I'm done. So let's just go 4y plus 5 times 4y plus 5. So I'm just going to FOIL. 4y times 4y, we get 16y squared. 4y times 5, we get plus 20y. 5 times 4y, we get plus 20y. And then 5 times 5 is 25. So just by FOILing, we see that after we combine like terms, we still get 16y squared plus 40y plus 25. So it still works out. Okay, so if you're not sure, feel free to FOIL. Next problem. Find 5m to the third minus 2n squared, quantity squared. So again, square the first. So 5m cubed times 5m cubed, we get 25m to the sixth. And then multiply and double. So notice it's a negative 2n, so we have minus 5m to the third times 2n, so that's 10m to the third n, double becomes 20, so 20m to the third n, and then square the last one, becomes positive 4n squared. And that's all there is to it. So I did just show you how that you can FOIL to make sure you're doing it right, but if you want to do it this one, I would go ahead and try it. Next one is the product of a sum and a difference. So this one is really neat. If you have a plus b times a minus b, the middle terms just cancel out every time. So it just really becomes the square of the first minus the square of the second one. It's really slick once you learn it. So, and again, if you're not sure, just FOIL. Okay, it is fine, but shortcuts are always nice when we're trying to speed things up. So 3n squared, or excuse me, 3n plus 2 times 3n minus 2. So remember, so if you see the sum difference, meaning you have the same exact thing except there's a difference of the plus or the minus, all you have to do is square the first. So literally multiply the first, because it's 3 and 3, so it just becomes 9n squared, and then minus the second part, and it becomes 4. And that's your answer. So again, I'm going to show you, if you're not sure, FOIL. So that's 3n plus 2 times 3n minus 2. So again, I'm just going to FOIL 3n times 3n. We get 9n squared. 3n times negative 2, so we have minus 6n. 2 times 3n, we get plus 6n. And then 2 times negative 2, we get minus 4. Minus 6n plus 6n, they cancel out, and we're left with 9n squared minus 4. And that's all there is to it. All right? So again, if you're not sure, FOIL. So now this one, I'm just going to square the first. 4c times 4c, we get 16c squared minus, and remember, there's always a minus sign when it's a sum difference product. 7d times 7d, which would be negative 49d squared. And there is your final answer. Feel free to double check it with the FOIL method. So those are the shortcuts of special products. If you don't have to memorize them, feel free to use the FOIL method if you're not sure.